Hey there. I'm laying up under my truck. Maybe I should turn it this way. Yeah, there we go. I'm laying up underneath my truck. And up here, you can see my muffler hanging down. And then, let me move this around here. Up there, that right there is where my universal joint is. And this right here is my drive shaft. So my universal joint broke. And then right over here, up in there, you can see where it's supposed to attach to the bottoms, or to the tail end of the truck. So you can see where it broke off at. Um, and anyway, got another universal joint right here. Of course, my tailpipe's all messed up too. So, and looking up there, I've got another universal joint up there. So on this truck, I've got one where it connects to the transmission there. See if you can see that. That's the back end of the transmission. So I've got a universal joint there. I've got a universal joint here. And then a universal joint up here, right there, where it attaches right over there. So this truck has 3 universal joints, but the one on the back is the one that broke. I don't want to have to replace all 3 of them right now, so I'm just going to see what I can do about replacing that one. So if I can get that one done, then I can get my truck back on the road. All right, so anyway, here I am. Gosh. There's plenty of room to work under here. That's what I like about old vehicles. Usually have plenty of room to work. And they're usually a lot easier than the new ones. All right, so anyway, let me pause this. I'll talk to you later. I'll give you, whenever I replace the universal joint, I'll make a video on the process of that. Hey, this is Donald again, talking about safety. These are safety glasses. Your eyes are very, very important. So when you're out and about, and you're working, doing things, you want some good safety glasses. Keeps things from getting in your eyes, damaging your eyesight. Very, very important, no matter what you're working on. I was getting ready to crawl up under my truck, look around. It's my Chevy Custom 10. It's my work truck. Anyway, you've seen a couple of videos on it. I was driving down the road one day going to work, and the thing, anyway, it just, started making horrible clunk clunk sounds, and it wouldn't go anywhere. I put it in reverse, and it made horrible clunk clunk sounds again. Wouldn't go anywhere, but it was coasting, so going like 5 miles an hour, and pulled over to the side of the road, and sure enough, had a universal joint go out, and my drive shaft, was flapping around underneath my truck, and I'm afraid I may have damaged my drive shaft. Anyway, I'm going to get up underneath that a little while later, and I went looking for my safety glasses so that I could be under there and not get anything in my eyes. So anyway, be safe. Always be safe. Protect yourself. Use the proper protection gear on any projects that you are doing, any kind of work that you are doing. Follow the safety rules, because it's very, very important for your health, for your eyesight, for your fingers, your hearing. Protect your hearing, your toes, any part of your body or anybody else's. You need to do everything you can do to protect yourself. So that's a good talk, and just wanted to explain what these were. If you happen to see them in the video, I'm going to be up underneath my truck, sometime later looking around, and I'll, you know, I'll take you in there and show you, what I find. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye. Okay, I'm out here working on my truck. It's my my Chevy Custom 10, and there's my bed. Got a lot of work to do on the bed, and anyway, I got blocks in front of the wheels. I got this tarp under here so that I can lay on the ground without laying directly in the gravel and the dirt and the grass and stuff. So this really makes it nice, because I'm going to be up underneath there doing some work. Got my toolbox, got my safety glasses, got a fluorescent light for whenever it starts to get darker. Extension cord run out here. This is another car over here I'll be working on too. Got my phone, or my charger for this camera, and I'll be using that camera and my cell phone, and there's my other cell phone. Anyway, I've got some work to do, and I bought these at O'Reilly's Auto Parts, and these are my universal joints. So anyway, I'll show you what this looks like. So this is my universal joint, and I had one break in there. And got these little clips. Ooh, got these little clips there too for holding on that. That's what a universal joint looks like. And these things are sealed, but they're on bearings, and they spin and they turn, right? So when we get up underneath there, I'll show you, a few things about that. And this right here is for greasing them, and I'm pretty sure these come pre-greased. So I'm gonna put them on there, and whoops, here we go. So ProMaster, or Master Pro, sorry. So anyway, that's what I'm putting on there. I got 3 of them here because this vehicle requires 3 of them, the way the underneath is and everything. So I'll be showing you that here in just a minute. All right, well, anyway, I'm learning to use this camera. It's on a nice cell phone. So I'll give you an update here in a little bit. All right, I'm under the truck here, and of course you can see the drive shaft right there. Of course, this is the parts that broke right here, and I don't know if you can see it, but it attaches right here. So that's what I'm working on right now. So it turns out these are 7/16 inch, and so I've got me a 7/16 inch socket and wrench thing here, and I'm going to be taking that out. So anyway, I got to undo these. I think that was kind of messed up there and bent, so let me undo this side first. Turn it the other way. There we go. All right, just loosen them. Do that right there. All right. So yeah, 7/16 inch socket turned out to be the right size for that. Ah, man, that was tight. All right, so I gotta get all these undone. I don't know, that one might not come off just right because it's kind of bent right there. I might have to replace that, maybe. I don't know yet. But let me see if I can get that off of there. Ah, okay, there it goes. All right, good. I need to move my phone so I don't drop this on it. I'm gonna move this so I don't drop it on it and break it. So, alrighty. I've got these things off. These little things off. They were bolted on there. They come off fairly easy. So, and then this right here is, these were kind of stuck in there, so I was just knocking them out, just kind of hitting them with the back side of my socket wrench here. So just kind of knocking them loose a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of tight. Oh, there it goes. All right. So I need to clean that up. Oh, there you go. So I need to spray that with some WD-40 and take a wire brush to it and clean it up. Knock this one out too. So there we go. That one came out pretty easy. There we go. So anyway, those little parts right there, these were parts of my old universal joint. Kind of where it broke off. So, yep. So let me get a WD-40 and some wire brush, clean that puppy off. Got that fluorescent light. I'll set up under here so I can have a little better light. And that's where we connect to the back end of the truck, going out to the back wheels. Look at those springs, man, those are heavy duty. Heavy duty. So anyway, I'm gonna take a wire brush to this now that I've got better lighting. And there's my wire brush. It's kind of like a toothbrush, but it's got wires on it. And then I'm gonna hit it with some WD-40. And right there's the end of my drive shaft, and I gotta take that apart, get that old universal joint out of there, figure out how to get the new one in. Sprayed it with WD-40, hitting it with the wire brush, cleaning it up. Hopefully there's no real damage, maybe a little damage right there, but I don't know. Doesn't feel smooth right there, but who knows. We'll get it all cleaned up a little bit better. So once we've got it cleaned up, we'll be able to tell a little bit better about what we need done. So there we go. I don't know if that's damage right there or not, but I don't know, maybe. What do you think? Okay, so I sprayed it with WD-40. Kind of gave it a good rub down with the wire brush. Now I need to get down here and work on this. So I need to get in here where I can see that a little bit better. Look at it from the other end. Figure out how to take that apart. So let me throw my wire brush down. So that right there is what I need to work on. See, that's that old universal joint. So I need to get that out of there, clean it up, and put the new one in. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Okay. So yeah, it's not very comfortable under here, so I've got to rearrange myself. Be right back. All right, I kind of rearranged this a little bit so I can look at it better. And so you can see the old universal joints sitting in there. So I got to take that clip off. And I got one on the direct other side there. And you can see how it wiggles, but Right, that's the part that broke, and then there's another one right there on that other side that broke. So I gotta get this out of here. I gotta clean it up. So I'm gonna take my pliers, if I can, undo the clips on each side of that, and see if I can get that thing out of there. So, how am I gonna do this? So, all right. So I'm gonna put my phone right back there. I bet y'all can see that mosquito on my head, can't you? Oh, God. Ugh. All right, I hate mosquitoes. So anyway, you can see that pin thing right there. That's like a spring pin that spreads out, right, and it holds that via tension, keeps the universal joint in there. So I have to get the spring out of each side. I'm gonna see if I can do that with pliers, but I'm gonna work on the one on this side real quick first, just see what I can do there. Yeah. Some people say just use a big old flathead screwdriver, right, and pop it out. Let me see if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that here or not. Let's see. Well, all right, let me look at this side here. Wow. No, those things are tough, really tough. So, let me see if I can get one of these. See if I can use the pliers. Wow, these things are really in there. I might need to have a different set of pliers here. Of course, these things have probably been in there since 1972. Dang it. Which means what? They're probably partially petrified or something. Okay. Of course, I'm doing this mirror image in the phone. Okay, this ain't gonna work. All right. So, the pliers are too freaking wide for it. So what am I gonna do? All right. I'm gonna sit here and stare at the camera. Nope. I need to find some better way to do this. Okay. So here I am, under my truck, laying on my belly. Got gravel sticking in my ribs. Got mosquitoes trying to eat my face. There I go. Let me pause that phone. All right. I talked to one of the guys at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. He said the way he does it is just use a flat blade screwdriver and pop these freaking things out. So that's what I'm doing over here. So I got a much smaller flat blade than I did earlier. And I'm just trying to see if I can pop these things out. And of course, I've got my safety glasses on because these things are probably gonna pop out and bust me in the face or something. All right, so there we go. It worked. Of course, I bent it. That's the old one, right? Okay, there you go. That's the old one that just bent getting out of there. But that's good. I got it out. So I got this one out. Now I'm going to get that one out. This right here is exactly how I just did that on this side. Of course, the ones you take out, you never ever want to reuse those because, you know, they're twisted and freaking broken. But anyway, this is what I'm doing at home. So just remember to always follow you know, your safety precautions. And, all right, which way am I going here? Yeah, all right. All right, I feel like I'm looking in the mirror trying to do this. So I should be on that other side, staring at it. All right, so anyway, which way am I going? So I'm looking in the camera, trying to do this. I should be on that side, staring at it. But you got the idea. So you're getting there, pry the dang thing out. Try not to break your screwdriver either, because you know things happen. All right. Spent 10 minutes doing this, and not getting anywhere. Well, the other one came out easier, right? Because I was right there at it. Staring at it from a ways. All right, where am I? Okay. I've got rocks sticking in my ribs again. All right. Where should we turn this freaking thing? So, anyway, you got the idea. All right. But anyway, now that that's up, I'm going to grab it with the pliers. That's the right way. Oh, there we go. See, my problem right now is I'm looking in the camera, looking at my mirror image, trying to get this, which is facing away from me, and I can't really see it very well. So that's my main problem. Can't tell what I'm doing. Ah, there we go. Anyway, as you can see, it can be frustrating, and it can be freaking annoying. All right, what am I looking at here? Okay. Let's see what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera off, get on the other side so I can see this a little bit better. Pull him out. All right. Okay. Let's see. Ow. I just hit my elbow. Crap. Ow. Shit. Just hit my elbow again. Same spot. All right. Get serious on this thing. Get this done. Because my elbow just can't take it anymore. Okay. of course, we're not going to find it. Okay. The hazards are working under the freaking car. All right, look at that. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I got it. Woohoo! Now I gotta figure out how to get these things out. Oh no. Huh. Alright. Slowly get out of the part. Alright. Looks like I might need to be beating on this with a hammer. What am I doing? I think I need to be prying from the other direction. Alright. Yeah, I think so. Go away, mosquito. I think I've got some spots in here where I can just pry these things off. Just gotta find them. Oh, hell, I don't know. Alright, gotta do a little research. Okay, look at that. That right there is how dirty my gloves get when I'm working on cars. These things were fairly clean. They were as clean as that part right there. And just that little bit of done under the car has done that. Oh, let me get that out of the way. That's my beer. Voodoo Ranger, New Belgium IPA. Good stuff. All right. Alrighty. I had to go in and use the bathroom and also, you know, make some food, enjoy my evening with my family. There's my truck. This is Chevy Custom 10, 1972. And there's my shed. All right. Do 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 do. My legs lonely. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, I got wandered away. But anyway, working on my Chevy, working on the universal joint. You can see my drive shaft hanging down right there. So the universal joint's that back one. But I'm gonna. This one has 1, 2, 3 universal joints. I'm gonna replace that one and that one tonight. The one up here I'll replace later. But tonight I'm gonna get those 2 done if I can and get this thing back on the road. Also gotta change the oil. So anyway, I've got some oil sitting right there. And this is my engine. Huh. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm gonna be cleaning that up tomorrow. Maybe painting a few pieces. So, Chevy, 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 Chevy. All right. Under there, of course, I got my fluorescent light all up under there. But there's my universal, or my drive shaft with my universal joint. And up in there, you can see that. So, that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna disconnect it from this side up in there the other side. I'm gonna disconnect it and then take that whole drive shaft into my shop, and I'm gonna see if I can knock those things out and get them changed. It's gonna be impossible to do them under the truck. So remember, one side has those, you know, the bolt-ons, and the other side pressed in. So I'm gonna remove the bolt-ons on the other side, and then I'll take the whole drive shaft into the shed and I'll work on the pressed ends and get those out and get those replaced. So, there we go. I'm under the truck and I'm looking at that up there. I don't know if you can see it here or not. Maybe kind of dark. But the drive shaft comes back. You can see the drive shaft here. And it comes back to up there. And I thought I would be able to use the socket wrench to undo that. But as it turns out, let me turn that around. Can you see it? But as it turns out, that's pressed on, that's pressed on, that's pressed on, and that's pressed on. So it's possible that this may actually pull out of there. I don't know if it will or not. I've seen some that actually have a insert, but I don't know about this one. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna keep messing with it. And I'm gonna see if I can get this thing out. And I'm gonna lay here and I'm gonna, under here with these rocks sticking in my ribs. And, oh man, look at that. Blood vessel popping out of my forehead. You know, the hazards of laying under vehicles. Okay, anyway, give me a little time. I'm gonna see what I can do with this thing. All right, I don't know if you can see this or not. Oh, wait a minute. This thing's pointing the wrong way. I don't know how to do that. Friggin' phone. Okay, I got the phone adjusted right. Let me see if I can get this up here so you can see. But right here, where this comes through, where that comes through, right on top of it are some bolts. Let's see if I can see that. I'm looking at that right. Yeah, there's some bolts there that I gotta undo to be able to get that out. So I'll get that out, and then I'll be able to pull that all the way from. All right. Eye protection is very, very important. I'm laying under here, and I just got like dirt and rust and stuff falling off this exhaust pipe. And if I didn't have these on, my eye right here would have been full of that crap. So anyway, always wear your safety glasses. It's very, very important. All right, so right here, as you can see that, I'm loosening these bolts that hold this on, and doing my just trying to keep an eye out on how things fit together, so that whenever I put it back together, I'll know how to put it back back together fairly easy. So here I've got two bolts. I got one right there, and I got one, that I'm undoing right here. I'm loosening them right now, and that holds this bracket, right? That the drive shaft sits in, and I'll be able to, once I get this undone, I'll be able to slide that whole thing out, because it slides out of the end of the transmission down there. I'll be able to just take the whole drive shaft into the shed. All right, I think that was finger loose there. Get off. course, I forgot my gloves. They're sitting on the bed of the truck up there. So here I am getting dirty hands. Everything. Okay, so I'm gonna loosen that, and then I'll get this thing out of here. I don't know, can you see that? Of course, the light's not exactly right. But anyway, that's the back end there. All right, right here. That's where I loosened those two bolts. And you can see this drive shaft is out of there now. All I did was loosen those bolts and then slowly back it out towards the rear of the truck. And then right there, can you see that? That shiny piece right there in the middle, that's where the drive shaft fit over. That's the back of the transmission there. I know it's kind of hard to see, it's dark. Anyway, I can see it really well with my eyes. But yeah, okay, well, that's the piece that fits into the back of the transmission. It just slid right out. And of course there's the back of the transmission right there. So anyway, there's one U-joint. Looking up here, there's the other U-joint, and then the other one's way back there. So I'm gonna get that and put it in the shed and work on it. All right, so looking from the other side of the truck, there's my my drive shaft. Right, so I got the whole thing undone. It's just laying right there, and I'm gonna take it in the shed. There's my WD-40, so kind of gives you a good idea of the size of that thing. The tools sitting back there, and the screwdriver and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna get all that and I'm gonna take it inside now. Well, that's the drive shaft out of my truck. And you can see how it's a two-piece drive shaft. That middle piece is the part that I unbolted from the frame. That's the end that connects to the back end of the truck, where the you know, the back wheels are on each side, and then that end right there is the end that fits it, that slides in and out of the transmission. So right here I've got universal joint. Right there I've got a universal joint. And right there I've got a universal joint. So that's why I've got three of those. See, right here? Got 3 boxes of those. So I'll be replacing those. And of course I brought my tools back in. That right there's the end that broke. You can see this is the part that should have had those little bearings in it, and it fits over that, and it sit there and spin. Well, you can see what happened. I mean, it just ate itself up. And then this one on the other side there. So see that right there's one here and one here. So that one right there is just really just worn down, horrible. I mean, broken, gone, you know, compared to that one. See, this one still has this part where the other one's broken off, like right here. But anyway, that was my problem. It broke and this came disconnected from the back end of my truck. So I need to knock these out. And then this one right here, these are the pressed ends as well. Right, so I got 4 pressed ends. And then on this end, getting in my light here. On this end, 1, 2, right? So I got 3, 4 press end. That's the end that goes into my transmission. So yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna have to see if I can do that. I brought it into the shed because it'd be much easier to do it in the shed than out there underneath the truck or outside. So I can bring it in here and just let it sit here. There's my other camera. That's my neck guard. There's my other cell phone. There's my safety. Man, these things really, really, really come in handy. There's some great little Holmes, I guess. Is that Holmes? Safety glasses. Really, really kept that junk from getting in my eyes. It saved me. Little bits of rust, like dirt and grime and crap, because I was laying up underneath my truck. Those things really saved me. So I'm going to spray this with some WD-40. I'll let it soak in. And, you know, just kind of give it a good little spray there. But I'm going to let them sit for a while. And I'm going to do the same thing here. That way I can hopefully get these things to be loose enough for me to do some work on. So this stuff will soak in. And go ahead and spray that down real good. Don't want that to rust while it's sitting here. All right. A lot of people don't realize it, but WD-40 was developed by scientists for the space and missile program systems because a lot of the materials would corrode, and they needed something to put on the materials so it wouldn't corrode. So what happened was WD-40 became, you know, what they used on it. So it became commercialized, and this is what we got. Works really well. And it soaks in, and it helps keep parts from corroding and rusting. But it'll also soak in and make it easier to get, you know, these little parts undone. Oh yeah, might as well just go ahead and spray down spray those down while I'm thinking about it. And these, of course, just give them a good coating. There we go. All right. So I'm going to let those sit. And, yep. Hey. There's my compost tea. All right. Well, anyway, I didn't get this accomplished today because, well, number one, I've never replaced a universal joint in my life. So this is a learning process for me. And for any of you that have watched my videos, you will know that, you know, I'm not a mechanic. I haven't been to any kind of mechanic school. I've never had a job as a mechanic. I do the work on my own because I have not always been able to afford to have other people fix my vehicles for me. I can afford to buy the parts once in a while and do the work myself. So anyway, that's why I'm making these videos. I'm making it for people like me, people who, you know, want to save a little bit of money and learn how to do it on their own. And I'm going to make a few videos on doing different things like this. So there we go. You need your tools, you need your safety material, your safety glasses, and yeah, and you can do the work yourself. So I'll pick it back up on this later.